Here's just how we're going to start. So you start by saying, we're back in the creepiest voice you can do it in.
Okay. I can't look at you when I do it.
Okay.
We're back.
It sounded like a frog. Like, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't like, oh, I'm scared. What is this creature coming for me?
The voice
I just thought, like Mr. Frog and Mr. Toad are here. Did you ever read Frog and Toad? Frog and Toad and Frog?
I think it's Frog and Toad.
Frog and Toad.
I did. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
That's not where that voice came from. I don't know where it came from.
Well, it was very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're making me self-conscious about my voice.
No, I really liked it.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're back. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Happy birthday, Shelby.
Thank you. It is my birthday the whole month of March.
Yeah.
I've decided.
Shelby's birthday was this week, and so this is our very special Shelby-themed episode.
It's not that Shelby-themed because I wanted to give you stuff to watch, but you didn't let me.
Oh, well, no. That's not the case. I would have watched it. The problem is that we decided this week that we were recording this episode, and I have so much going on that I was like, I will not be able to watch many things.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
so that was really what happened. It wasn't that I wouldn't watch it; it's that I didn't have time to watch anything.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I mean, go ahead and tell us what a few things on that list would have been.
There's a newer movie that I really want you to watch. Is Your Monster. I really liked it. It's kind of like a play on like Beauty and the Beast, like modern version, but also like doesn't feel like Beauty and the Beast. I don't know, but it was really good. Honestly, that was the only thing I had on the list.
Oh.
I would have added
more. If the list
more.
was only one thing long, I could have made it happen. I thought it was like 10 things long.
No, I was going to give you options because, you're very picky about what you choose to watch. So I didn't want to pressure you. But I needed time to think, and I did not think. Well,
so much has changed since our last episode. Come here, let's do this. I'll set this pillow up for you. There you go. So much has changed in life. I started Game of Thrones.
I know, that was big. That was big for you.
A huge step for me.
That was really big for you.
I'm really growing up. I started Vanderpump Rules.
That was also really big for you.
And watched a few seasons and was like totally into it until the problems in every single episode became the exact same thing over and over, which we'll get into more in a minute.
Lovely.
And then maybe that's it.
You started doing school again. That was You're getting your master's.
Yeah. I went back to school. I'm getting my master's in counseling. But really, the Game of Thrones and Vanderpump Rules
Game of Thrones
that's really
and Vanderpump are pretty much the only things that ever matter.
Yes. But that's why I didn't have time to watch anything, because I'm in school, I have homework, I have classes after work and stuff. So if I wasn't doing all that, I would have watched your one thing.
Yeah. Well, you still can, and we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
I think you should. I think everybody. It's one. I would say it's like one of my favorite newer movies that's come out recently. Yeah. It was just so cute, and the monster was a cutie. I hate to say it. I hate to say it.
They gotta make them somewhat appealing.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Beastly?
Don't even get me started on Beastly.
When they were like, "Oh yeah, Alex Pettyfer is this really ugly man. Look at how
I thought he was the finest man on this planet."
Yeah, they didn't do much work making him ugly. Didn't they just make him completely hairless or something?
Bald, and he had these weird Frankenstein scars, but they had these cool little metal things, and I was like, he just looks pierced.
I didn't watch it. I never watched it.
I'm putting that on my list.
I think when it came out, I was too young. My parents were pretty strict isn't the right word. They were just careful with what we were allowed to watch, and I feel like they were like,
mom
maybe
didn't
not.
let me watch Zoe 101
because she got pregnant.
Yeah.
Yes. So
and that was devastating to my childhood. Yeah. Mom, that was devastating.
The same thing happened to us where we watched it for a few years, and then that news came out and we were not allowed to watch it. There were a few shows that we were not allowed to watch, and when my sister and I would get home from school before my parents got home, we would always watch them. That 70s show was one of them. Zoe 101 was one of them. Degrassi was one of them, which
but I feel like Degrassi is like...
Well, at the time, it was like Degrassi was so scandalous. Like, people are getting pregnant and, like, they're cheating on each other.
Yeah, Degrassi
but now
was
it's
crazy.
Like,
I watched Degrassi in health class.
Yeah, that is wild.
Because our health teacher, when they didn't want to teach us, they were just like, watch this and learn what not to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Degrassi's a good example of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look what happened to Drake.
Oh.
You know?
I didn't watch too much of that Degrassi, and there was like another version.
I vividly remember that there was a Teen Nick channel, or maybe it wasn't like a specific channel, but at a certain time during the day it would become Teen Nick, and that's when Degrassi would be on. And for months there was this ad that they kept running that was all the Degrassi characters at like a carnival.
Don't even get me started on that ad. That ad.
Yep. And they played like Shark in the Water. Yep. Oh my God.
That video went platinum in my household.
I was like, why is there so much sexual tension between all these teenagers? I have to tune into this show.
Yeah.
And of course it was horrible. It was one of the worst shows I've ever seen. But at the time I was like,
so good.
Okay. I did not write a summary for this, but I'm realizing now that I should have. Yeah. I'm going to go off the top of my head.
Okay. Wing it. Wing it, sister.
A restaurant. Plus... Sex. Plus alcohol. Plus...
Cheating.
Plus being a waiter. Plus being a bartender. Plus cheating. Plus alcohol.
Plus Lisa Vanderpump.
Plus other restaurants. Plus alcohol. Plus cheating.
We've said cheating 3 times.
And alcohol 3 times as well. But I'm glad you counted the cheating. Well, because those are the 3 like themes. Mm-hmm. Cheating, alcohol.
Yeah, no, it is the same issue. Yeah, you are completely right. Basically the whole purpose of Vanderpump is to find out who's cheating with each other.
Yeah.
How they cheated, when they cheated, who they cheated on, who they cheated with, why did they cheat.
So the show, it's a reality TV show. It follows the waiters at this restaurant called Sir. And there's like a few girls, a few guys, and they're all kind of dating each other or sleeping with one another. And there's always drama and there's always gossiping. And like, this person said this behind my back and this person said that about you. And like, you should go fight with that person. And it's just like literally the worst people, the dumbest people you've ever seen interacting with each other on national television. And really just making fools of themselves, but it is very entertaining.
It's very entertaining.
So a few things that I wanted to talk about is one of them. Okay, so I watched through like season 4, got to season 5, and I was like, this is just the same thing over and over again. They're talking about this person cheated on his girlfriend, but they have no proof, and he keeps denying it, and all of his friends back him up, but then like it did happen, but we don't have proof. Like it just keeps going around and around and around. And so I got exhausted by it. But I will say that the thing that kept me watching for so many seasons is that all season long there would be a rumor. Jax cheated on Stassi. He cheated on Stassi multiple times. He slept with this girl. Like, Jax cheated on Stassi for sure. Stassi's angry because there's no proof. He's saying he didn't. I don't trust you. I trust my boyfriend. They break up. They're together. They break up. They're together. Like, just back and forth. And then at the end of the season, it all comes out. Jax actually did cheat on her. And then like the whole narrative that was made that season has unraveled because whatever happened in the very first episode was true.
Yeah.
And that happens the first 4 seasons, every season.
First season, we find out Jax cheats on Stassi with a random person in Vegas and gets her pregnant. And Stassi finds out, she's like, I'm done with him. I'm never talking to him again. Season finale comes around. It did happen. And then season 2, Jax is trying to get her back. He tattoos Stassi's name on his arm, which is crazy. He's trying to win her back. Come to find out, he's sleeping with Kristen, who's dating his best friend.
Well, so that season, Tom and Kristen were dating, and there's this rumor going around that Tom made out with Ariana, and she's trying to get to the bottom of it. Like, just tell me the truth. What is going on? She's so upset about it. She won't even let Tom touch her. Like, she's so disgusted by him. Like, I don't believe you. I think you cheated on me. You come to the end of the season, you find out Kristen slept with Jax. Like,
Tom's best friend, also her best friend's ex-boyfriend, and like she's trying to get Stassi and Jax back together. Meanwhile, she's sleeping with him.
Yes, it's absolutely insane. So every season, basically for the first few seasons, there is this big bombshell that's dropped, and then after that, it just kind of became noise. I will say so Ariana comes onto the show season 2, season 3. She eventually starts dating Tom. They fall in love. They're together for almost 10 years. They have a house together. They're in love. They're partners.
Yeah.
They talk very openly about their problems. It's a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
But then season 10 ends and they tack on one more episode. So everybody's like, what's going on? You watch the episode. You find out that Tom has been cheating on Ariana with her best friend. For months. For months and months and months.
And he admitted to being months, but everyone believes it was actually longer than that.
Well,
like, no one knows the true timeline.
Raquel admitted to that because she was like,
but I think it's even longer than what she admitted to. I think she did like a half truth.
Well, okay, because Tom starts cheating on Ariana with Raquel, and he basically coaches her on what to say at the reunion. So like, we're going to say that this was the timeline of what happened. Like, we're just going to tell everybody that this is what happened to try and like spare feelings and stuff. Everybody is pissed about this affair. Like, how could you do this? How could you lie to all of us?
The last season, and I mean, this season was truly terrible because I think for some reason, the producers, the directors, whoever is in charge of it, they were like, so I feel like they focused way too much on like Tom's redemption when he didn't need one. Like, he literally was not taking accountability. Like, I was expecting more of a woman power, like all the women would get together and like support Ariana, but like Sheena and Lala were talking shit about her the entire season, and that was just so sad. And like Ariana stayed like living with Tom like for way longer than what I would have if like, you know, the person I lived with cheated on me. But like, I also understand of being like, why should I leave my house when he cheated? You know?
Yeah. I think it's so interesting. I'm a firm believer in once a cheater, always a cheater. I do think that people who cheat and drink as much as the people on this show drink, like, it's just kind of inevitable.
Yeah.
So, you know, Ariana's relationship with Tom started when he cheated on his girlfriend to kiss her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do you think... It's always so interesting to me. Like, of course, it would be nice to be so special that you change somebody's, like, bad habits. But that is not the way the world works.
Yeah.
Why do you think that you would be special enough for him to not cheat on you? Like, as soon as he is not getting what he wants, as soon as, like, he is not satisfied or excited or, like, you don't feel as mystical and mysterious as you once were, like, he's gonna find somebody who is. Like, I don't get that. I could never ever be with a cheater.
No, I totally get it, because like what you were saying, I think he idolizes like new people, and so he's like, oh, you're just this fun, like, beautiful woman who's just so exciting. Like, you're much better than the old hag I'm with. Like, it's just that they're always going to have that mindset, because they're going to like just assume that like this new person is always going to be like this. They'll never have issues that I'm going to have to take care of, or like I'm going to have to deal with. Yeah. And so they just keep bouncing back and forth.
Tom Sandoval is like a textbook narcissist, is unwilling to see
She's
any
getting
fault.
her master's, she knows.
Yeah, in counseling. So I'm in a disorders class right now, so I can tell you for sure.
Yeah.
I don't even think that I don't know. I'm going to come back to that. But he's like a textbook narcissist. He never accepts blame for anything. He never thinks that anything he does is wrong. He excuses it all away. The world revolves around him. Everybody loves him. Like in his head, I think he genuinely believes that despite all of this, he is so loved. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys ever seen him in concert or videos of him in concert? No. It's sad. It's
depressing. He just does covers. Like
it's like badly. He does bad covers.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like a divorced dad who is just going through a crisis, but like cannot admit that his children hate him.
Yeah. Yeah. Or he's like, why don't my kids ever talk to me?
Why don't they ever talk to me?
Let's do some self-evaluation.
I'm so cool. I'm such a cool dad.
Yeah. Well, that's what's so shocking to me is that he says on the show, like, I just don't get it. If I was dating somebody and heard them say these things, I would go, we're not dating anymore. Like, he literally says on the show, like, oh my gosh, Kristen just always tells me what I have to do. And like, she always like makes me do stuff around the house, and like I have to buy toilet paper for us all the time. And then, you know, a few seasons later, he's saying the same thing about Ariana. Like, oh my gosh,
she never buys batteries. Like,
she never buys batteries. She never buys pens for the house. Like,
when's the last time you bought batteries? And then she also, after the scandal, she had a battery ad. Oh. And I thought that was just so
good for her.
Yeah,
good for her. Yeah,
never wanted to buy batteries more.
Yeah, but that's Vanderpump. What's the next thing you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about your thing? You want me to talk about my thing?
You can talk about my thing because my thing is related to Vanderpump.
Okay.
We kind of chose like the reality. We were on like the early 2000s reality theme.
Shelby, we said we'd pick a theme of Shelby's choice, and it was like 2000s reality
I was
TV.
trying to find something that would fit along with Vanderpump and just other reality shows that are also crazy, just fit, whatever. So I am going to be talking about like kind of like the Bravo universe. Because Vanderpump Rules is on Bravo Network. And it is crazy to me how all Bravo shows are so closely like related to each other. I feel like TLC, for example, like their shows are all like separate universes, I guess I would say. Like obviously they're like reality shows, but there's a whole 90-day like show series which they're all connected to each other. But then there's like
wouldn't it be crazy if we saw like 19 Kids and Counting overlap with like Nip Tuck or
Teen Mom.
Teen Mom. My strange addiction.
Yeah,
that one.
Like they're all like,
or What Not to Wear.
They're all oh, that was a good one. They're all terrible, but a good one to watch. Like they're all so different. Like they don't have like spin-offs. Like they don't really like connect with one another. Bravo, I feel like one show will lead to another show, and like everybody knows each other. Everybody's constantly like on different shows, making different appearances. And it starts off, I want to say, I still haven't watched it, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I think that's what Lisa Vanderpump was on.
Yeah.
And
which led to Vanderpump Rules.
And like obviously like she works in like, so she owns so many different restaurants. And then I do think Vanderpump Rules kind of started because of Sheena. Because Sheena had an affair with one of the Real Housewives' husbands. And so that was like a whole storyline on the Real Housewives, when then it became its own show, like the drama of like the people at Lisa Vanderpump's restaurants. And then so Lisa Vanderpump left her original show to start Vanderpump Rules. And then you get to like season 5, season 6, I can't remember. But then it spins into this whole other show called Summer House, and it starts following these people. The first season, absolutely terrible. They're all bad people, and they're all just kind of crazy. And you don't know why they're like actually like at this summer house together. Like they all come together to do a summer house, but half of them don't know each other. and like half of them are like related, and then they start trying to date each other, and like not the related people. Don't get me wrong, the related people do not start dating each other. And then the first season, terrible. I wouldn't recommend anybody watch it. It was the worst season ever. But I think I might now like it more than I like Vanderpump. Like, as the seasons have gone on, like, it's very entertaining. And, like, I do think they are, the first season, no. But, like, the other seasons, they start adding more people. And I think they're smarter than the people of Vanderpump. And it's kind of entertaining to watch because when they fight, they actually seem like they've got, like, stuff to fight about. They're not fighting about, like, each other cheating. They, like, are just there to have fun. And it's, like, a very mind-numbing show in terms of, like, Vanderpump. Like, there's less drama, but then when there is drama, it's just, like, the drama makes sense, you know? Like, at Vanderpump, you're like, you guys are just constantly cheating on each other. Don't be with each other. Like, Summer House, you're kind of, like, actually invested in, like, being like, oh, this makes sense on why they're fighting, which I enjoy. But I would want you to watch. I would put that on the list for, like, birthday stuff for you to watch.
I did my time with Vanderpump.
No, I know, but I wish you weren't done.
That's hard to watch. It's like every week, these people just set their lives on fire in more ways than one. Like, it really shocked me with Vanderpump, like, the people who started having kids and would let their kids be on television.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're monetizing your child now? Like,
Summer Moon. That's Sheena's kid.
I just don't get it. Like, at the point of having kids, it's time to say goodbye. It's time to say, I'm going to do what's best for my child. But
that's also how they're making money. And, like, I know Lala and Sheena were, like, always like, this is how I make money for my child. And that's why I think they were so upset. In your kid's
face is...
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
Insane. Like, I feel that way about family vloggers where it's like...
Oh, there's not one good family vlogger. I hate to say it. Like, you should not be doing that.
There's just no way you are making money off of shoving a camera in your kid's face and that kid isn't going to grow up with huge problems.
That's how Peyton loves the Here Comes the Boom family.
Ugh.
Or it's like, I give that 5 big booms. And yes, they're very funny. And I do, like, I see their videos and I chuckle. But I also, like, we watched that child actor documentary with, like, Demi Lovato and, like, all that. And, like, ever since watching that, I'm like, I can't. Like, I don't want... Like, I feel bad for these kids.
No.
And, like, you know that they're supporting their family by doing that stuff. And, like, it just became... It started off as it's, like, silly but, like, funny, like, Costco guys. Like, reviewing, like, the Costco food. And it was so wholesome and so cute. And now they've got their own theme song. Now they've got, like, their own brands. And it's, like... These kids, like, I don't know how old he is, but, like, middle school, maybe freshman year of high school, like, age, and, like, your whole life is online, and you're this giant meme, and, like, what happens when you go to school? Like, that's gotta be detrimental to you.
There is no way that you can... I think, like, Disney, Nickelodeon, movies with kids in them, like, reality TV, there is just no world in which a child should be subjected to that at such a young age, like before the age of consent. Like, it's just absolutely crazy. I'm just
thinking about our old coworker. You remember when we had this conversation so many times?
I completely forgot about this.
Our old coworker, she just looked at you and she was like, well, would you rather adults play children?
No. It wasn't even that. So what happened is we were talking about Euphoria at work.
Yes.
And this person used to drive me nuts. And we were talking about Euphoria, and I was like, you know, I just started it. I think it's really intriguing. It is kind of like unsettling that we're watching adults play children, but we're seeing them, like, naked.
Sex. Yeah,
we're seeing them
sex,
have
like,
sex.
very intimate,
Yeah, and I'm like, just the fact that they're playing kids and we're seeing this feels wrong. Like, in a way, it feels icky. Yeah. And this girl looks at me and she goes, well, would you rather be children be naked? Well, that's actually not what I was saying. That's actually not even close to what I was saying. And I was like,
I would
no, like, how do you even, like, what do you want me to say to that? Obviously, no, I don't think children should be naked anywhere. Like, it's just, I don't know. It was just like so bizarre. And I was like, I don't even know where you got that from, why you felt like you needed to add this to the conversation.
She was mad at you.
I completely forgot about that. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
What a crazy time to be alive.
Wow.
Do you want to talk about your reality show that you brought to the table today?
I will say this, and I have always stood by this, and I'm not proud of it. This is the least feminist thing about me. I love America's Next Top Model.
It's a good show. It's a good show. I hate that.
I mean, Tyra Banks actively hates women. There's no way that she doesn't.
No.
And I read an article about the show where it was like, basically we're making money off of women embarrassing themselves, and then men towards the end, like embarrassing themselves. And I'm like, okay, yes, I don't agree with that. At the same time, they sign up for it. At the same time, they literally agree to. Nobody's forcing them to do it. They agree to do it.
Yeah.
Which is also bizarre to me because there are so many articles talking about how, like, basically going on that show will tank your modeling career. Not for everybody. Some people I still see around.
Winnie Harlow was on that show, right? That's like where she got her big break.
I don't even know who that is.
She has vitiligo.
Oh, yeah. I think she was. And then
I heard she's a nightmare. I have not heard any good stories about her, but she is beautiful. She is very stunning.
There was another girl, I think her name was Lacey. I don't know her last name, but I see her all the time in ads and shows and movies. Like, she's always around. Or Niall. Niall was a guy who competed later on. He was in Switched at Birth, if you ever saw that show. But he's deaf, and so he was on the show.
The ginger?
No, he has black hair.
I was gonna say
he's so cute. He then went on to win Dancing with the Stars. I said this man is made for reality TV.
America. I need to see a photo. Okay.
But yeah, so America's Next Top Model. If you don't know what it is,
I didn't know he was.
If you don't know what it is, I'm like amazed. But so America's Next Top Model is the show hosted by Tyra Banks, where every season they bring like 20-ish people onto the show and make them compete to see who the best model is. So they'll do these wacky photo shoots. Like you're going to do this photo shoot with a dog, and you and the dog need to like match personalities. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Or like
you need to walk on this runway and we're going to shoot water at you and you have to stay upright. Yeah. Or like when they were in the bubble. Do you remember when they were in the bubble and they had to walk straight? Yeah. But they're like on water in one of those like inflatable bubbles and they had to stay upright. That's crazy.
Yeah. Or one of my favorite runways, because there's really two parts of the show. It's like runways and modeling, like pictures. And there was one runway for a challenge where they're walking down and there are these giant like clock pendulums swinging. And there's multiple of them. And Tyra was like, keep your eyes open and don't get clocked or whatever. Like something really dumb. Clocked. So many dumb puns. No. And so these girls are like walking down the runway trying to like dodge the pendulums. And some of them just like, there's no way it's not. Like, it has to be, like, styrofoam. There's no way they're going to let these, like, actual wooden or metal pendulums hit these girls. But they just, like, knock the girls right off the runway.
Wipeout.
Yes, it was
beautiful,
just like
that.
Wipeout. And I'm trying to think of some other... There was, like, one... or
there was this... I remember this was probably one of the, like, not even funny, just sad moments. Wasn't there a girl with, like, alopecia? I don't know if I'm saying that word right. And like she like was like losing her hair, and they made her take off her wig.
I just watched this episode. I just watched this season a few months ago, and I'm going to talk about it in a minute. Good. But one of the girls does have alopecia. She's very insecure about it, but she always wears wigs, and she like the wigs are nice wigs. They're not like I got this on Amazon. They're like I spent hundreds of dollars on this.
They're not like our Dylan and Cole Sprouse wigs.
They're not jump scare wigs, if you will. But yeah, so they were like, okay, we're gonna basically all the girls get makeovers, and for your makeover, We're taking away your wigs.
Crazy.
Like, you're literally going to make this girl, she just told you that her biggest insecurity is, like, letting people see her bald. And then you're going to make her take off her wig. And, I mean, to be fair, she was beautiful. She rocked it. But it was, like...
That is traumatizing.
Traumatizing. They literally...
On one hand, I'm like, yes, if that's your biggest insecurity, you should face it. And you should realize that you're beautiful. But on your own time. Yes. Yeah. You should realize you're beautiful without a wig. Like, I mean, I love bald people. There's something about bald people that I just love. And so I think all bald people are beautiful. But
okay.
I love a bald head. That's why I love Beastly so much. When they shaved his hair off, I said, I'm sad. I love him. But anyways, besides the point, you shouldn't be forced to do that. Like, do it on your own time, your own healing journey. Yeah. Like, because that's just going to traumatize you more. In no world will that make you feel better about yourself.
That show and the producers time and time again would come out and be like, we didn't do that on purpose. But that show time and time again would play on girls' traumas. Like, I have a note written about it. I wrote the 5 worst America's Next Top Model moments. And they just harped on these girls' insecurities. And, like, would one season have a girl who had an eating disorder or who struggled to eat. But then Tyra would walk in with a scale like, all right, time to weigh everybody in. Like... Oh,
bad.
I know they were doing it for the sake of drama, but it's like...
And it was a different time of reality TV when, like, anything goes, and it just shouldn't have been that way. Ever.
Well, they did stuff like that. Like, now, The Biggest Loser or things like What Not to Wear, like, it's all very unacceptable. But at the time, it was just like, yeah, let's go watch these people...
My mom and I watch The Biggest Loser all the time, and
yeah, now it's really hard for me to watch America's Next Top Model, like the earlier seasons, because they are like very politically incorrect. The later seasons, Tyra's trying way too hard to be politically correct and isn't. But yeah, it is wild. Here, I've got some moments written down for us. Okay, I'll start with. Well, okay, honorable mention. I only didn't include it because everybody knows about it. But the one where the girl was like, it was between two girls to go home. And one girl was like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and step out. Like, I don't think this was meant for me. And Tyra is like, we were all rooting for you. We were all rooting for you to win this.
Yes.
Like, whoa, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And there are lots of other things that were just really dark and grim that I didn't want to get into. So I picked the funniest ones to me.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, any makeover ever. Any single one of them. Like, so every season Tyra would be like, you look great, but I know what will make you look better. We're going to shave your head. Or we're going to go bleach blonde. We're going to give you a mohawk. We're going to
give you a bowl cut.
Or like one season she gave a guy a beard weave, like, or was that it, or was it like a beard that he glued on? It was one of the two. It looked horrible. It was horrible. They gave a white girl with really frail, like, thin hair. They gave her a weave.
I remember
that. like ruined her scalp.
Got infected. Yes, or something. Like it was crazy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and. Just like crazy stuff, any makeover, and you're watching these girls cry as like, okay, you can be beautiful no matter what. Your beauty isn't found in your hair, but I do think for a lot of women, a lot of that like confidence does come from your hair. Like, and
like hair, I don't know if this is scientific, but like I feel like hair. I've heard that like hair holds trauma too, and stuff. Like it like holds memories, and like who knows if that's real or not. But like I know like I went through a bad breakup. I cut all my hair off and I was like, I'm a brand new bitch. Like, I'm like, like there's something about like your hair that really, really like ties with how you feel about yourself. And so like, I've had like bad haircuts where I'm like, I never want to be seen in public. Like I look terrible. Like I look like a mess. And then like, or like when I used to dye my hair different colors, like all the time, like I would be going through a bad like breakdown, dye my hair, and I'd be like, I've actually never felt bad in my life.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think they did it knowing that, like they do these makeovers knowing that, and then are like, we're going to shake some girls' confidence. And okay, as I'm talking about all this out loud, I never want to watch America's Next Top Model again. Oh my gosh, it really is so awful. But it's like, yeah, okay. Let it be known, I'll never watch America's Next Top Model again. Because at first I was like, these girls sign up for it.
You were going to continue to watch it. I just know you're going to continue to watch it.
Well, you know, I said a few minutes ago, I'm like, these girls sign up for it knowing what they're getting themselves into. But I'm like, these girls don't know they're signing up for like psychological damage, like manipulation that is hidden from them. Like they just think they're going to become famous. And these producers are like, yeah, you're coming to become famous, and also I'm going to ruin your life. Like, okay, so no more America's Next Top Model. Anyway, the makeovers are horrible. I hate them. Ooh, this one was bad. This one was really bad. 2 different seasons. Tyra made the girls do photo shoots in which they portrayed a race that was not their own. And she painted their skin to be to look like a different race. Girl.
Oh, I don't remember that. That's
2 different times. It was like season 4 and then season 13. Like we didn't learn our lesson. We didn't take
season
some time
13?
to think. Yes.
That's like 13 years later.
I know. Like, and also coming from like Tyra being a black woman hosting this show. Like it is her show.
Yeah.
She calls all the shots on this thing. And then she's like, you know what? Blackface is okay. Blackface is okay when I say it's okay. Like, it's literally, insane. Absolutely insane.
That's crazy.
So I think that one is a pretty wild one.
Yeah, that's up there.
Another one, again, playing on the girls' traumas. 2 different seasons again. A girl would get a phone call one night that like her friend had died. Like one girl got a phone call, her friend died in a car crash. A few seasons later, a girl got a call that her friend had OD'd.
Yeah.
The next day, there just so happens to be a photo shoot about death. And one girl, the girl who lost her friend to a car wreck, had to pose in a grave. Like they dug a hole, they said, get into that grave and do your best modeling work. And she's like, I literally cannot do this right now. I'm going to have a mental breakdown. They're like, do you want to be on the show? And she does it. And she's crying the whole time. Like, that is sick. I've never watched that episode. I couldn't. I don't think I could.
Yeah.
I did see the second episode that happened. I turned it off after that. Because a girl got a phone call that her friend had OD'd. And the next day they did a photo shoot where she had to pretend that she OD'd. Like, and the producers are like, we didn't know. Like, we had already planned this photo shoot and, like, we couldn't change it. But I'm like, okay, you could have changed which girl she portrayed. You could have changed which way of death. Like,
what? Who would do that kind of photo shoot anyways? Like, why would you ever plan for that?
Well, who would do any of them, to be clear?
That's true. That's
you know, Tyra's a little unhinged.
Yeah.
But, yeah, who would do that anyway? Also, I don't, like, fully get it. Like, it's not to blame the victim here. But it's like, you don't have to stay on the show. You know,
well, we don't know what their contracts are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
I feel like, especially back in the day, like, they had you... Back in the day. They had, like, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a contract person. But I feel like...
Yeah, you've talked about it a lot today.
I have. Maybe that's my new career path. Yeah. Okay. I'm a lawyer now. Yes. And I feel like back in the day, like, they were so strict with, like, the contracts. Now, like, you know, they don't want to get, like, sued or, like, they don't want to, like, have a scandal or, like, anything. So I feel like there's a lot more protections for people on reality TV. Back in the day, I feel like they were like, you have to do whatever we want you to do whenever we want you to do. If you want to leave, like, you have, like, there's going to be, like, steps you have to go through.
So my favorite 2 silly, goofy America's Next Top Model moments. First of all, in the newest season that I've seen, there was this woman named Erin, and this season Tyra was like, you know what, we're throwing caution to the wind on what's expected of models. Instead of just looking for like young skinny models, we'll accept anybody. Ironic considering everybody on the show was old and skinny, young and skinny, short and skinny, tall and skinny. Like, so we're not really breaking stereotypes that much.
Yeah.
Whatever. So Erin is like, I think she was like this 50-year-old woman, which is like, nobody has ever been on the show that is that old. And so it's like, oh, whoa, she's breaking stereotypes. Mm-hmm. So the first episode, they're like, hey, you all have made it into the first round of eliminations. If you make it past this, you'll be like competing on the show. Tyra, they all compete. They do their little thing. Erin's so nervous. I'm so old. I don't know if I can do this. And this is my dream to be on this show. I put my dreams on hold for so long. Like, there's this whole sob story about why she's here and why, like, she's so excited to try. And then Tyra comes in and she's like, all right, so the people who are on this board made it to the next round. And she, like, yanks the sheet off. There's a bunch of pictures.
It's like a pyramid dance mom style.
Yeah, yeah. Erin is not on the board. And so then the cameras follow her and the music starts playing and she's like,
Erin,
I just like, she's crying. She's like, I really thought that I would make it. Like, I really worked so hard to be here. And like just crying about it. And then as she's walking out the door with her suitcase, Tyra stops her and she's like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry today just wasn't your day. And Erin goes on for like 10 minutes about like, you're my hero. You are what inspires me. Like, I would not be here without you. Like, I hope I get to be just like you. I hope I get to do this. I hope that blah, 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 blah. Just like going on and on about Tyra has inspired her and changed her life. And Tyra just sits there and nods the whole time and is like, yeah, so like me giving you this opportunity meant a lot to you. And like making it about her, she's like, or I think even as Erin was leaving, she's like, is there anything else you want to say to me? And Erin's like, I just love you so much. Like just going on and on. And she's like, all right, Erin, thanks for coming. And she walks out the door. And then she goes, wait, Erin, did you forget this? Pulls out her picture. She's like, you made it to the next round. And I'm like, there are so many ways we could have surprised Erin without making her go on a monologue about why you're the greatest thing that's ever happened. You like perpetuating that too. Like, tell me more. Tell me other nice things about me. And then being like, also, you're in. Like, it was
this will always be one of my favorite waves. Like that.
And you know that's how Tyra waves too.
Oh, for sure.
Tyra Banks, the woman hater. She loves men, hates women.
The man hater. That's what I'm going to call myself.
So that was really hard to watch. And that episode, Logan was just like in here with me watching it. Yeah. And even he was like, that was so messed up. Like, oh my gosh, like letting this woman cry, pack all of her things, like basically hyperventilating about like, I just wanted this so badly. And then being like, tell me nice things about me and then I'll let you stay. Like, okay. Anyway. And then my very, 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 very favorite America's Next Top Model moment. Tyra was like, we're going to do something near and dear to my heart. And do you know what runs rampant in our country? Homelessness. Cuts to a montage of Tyra wandering the streets in a homeless outfit. As she is talking and narrating what's happening, she's like, I recently went out on the streets and like went undercover as a homeless person to see what the plight of homelessness is like. And it is not for the faint of heart. As this like camera crew is following her around and getting like angles of her as she's like begging for money, but she's still got like a full face of makeup and like relatively nice clothes are still on. And she's just like, like being homeless is so hard. It's like, girl, you were out there.
It's also like, you're Tyra Banks.
Everybody
Banks. Knows who you are. Yes. Nobody's going to see you on the street and be like, look at that homeless woman.
You were on the street.
Tyra Banks.
You were on the street for an hour with a camera crew. Like, you didn't spend the night anywhere.
You know, she was like, can we take a break? I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, she was like.
And she was just talking about it like, I just ended homelessness because I learned how hard it is. And it's like, girl. That's crazy. So then all the girls had to do a homeless photo shoot.
Did they raise money for homeless people?
No. She just went out there and was homeless for a little while. Homeless. And then went home to her, like, Malibu mansion, probably. I used to think Tyra Banks was so cool. I thought she was so beautiful, so talented.
Her and she did like a Barbie movie. Yes.
And Life Size, when she played the Barbie come to life, which that walks so Barbie could run, you know? Not really. Barbie
killed it.
Barbie stood on its own. I just used to think Tyra Banks was like so amazing. And then as I got older, I was like, she's kind of one of the worst people in Hollywood. That's not true. That's dramatic. She's not great. She's just, kind of awful. Okay. She's aggressively bad. So I'm sorry, I talked so much about America's Next Top Model.
No, I talked a lot about Summer House.
Okay. Do you have anything to add?
No, that's one of the shows like I have not seen in forever.
Yeah.
But like, I watched that as a kid, and like, my mom watched that with me. Like, I just feel like it was so toxic in a way that like at the time you didn't even know it was toxic.
No.
But I'm sure it's like, it's messed up everybody who's on it. But like the people who were also watching it thinking like that's okay. Like I really do think it like caused a lot of issues.
I started watching it in like middle school through high school before I like had any awareness about political or social like norms or correctness.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is so good. I want to go on this show because if you're on this show, it means you're beautiful. It means you're talented. And then when I was in college, I started to think like maybe this isn't great. And so I didn't watch it for a long time. And then recently just went back and watched that new season, which is relatively tame as far as America's Next Top Model goes, but still like just such a bizarre concept.
Did you like Project Runway?
I love Project Runway.
I ate up Project Runway. I wanted to be on that.
Now talk about a good show. I love Project Runway.
Yeah, I feel like if America's Next Top Model... Whatever. America's Next Top Model was more like that. It would have been really nice. But Project Runway kind of did like a model season. Like they did like a kind of like spin-off where it was like from the models' perspectives, and the
did they?
Yeah, the models were also competing. The models on Project Runway. Like, yeah. It was pretty interesting. Like, it was like you kind of see like what it's like behind the scenes and like who gets partnered up with who and like, you know,
I do think
who
that
leaves.
I think that show did a very good job at like not offending. Like, contestants would say things that were like, okay, you can't really control that, but whatever. But I feel like the challenges were always open and diverse, or like,
it was never anything like hateful. It was like, let's make beautiful art.
The unconventional challenges are my very, very, very favorite. Oh
my God, they're so good.
They so they would like take all of the designers. Project Runway is a fashion designing competition show, and so they would take all the designers to like a paper store or a toy, like a kid's toys store or something, and they would say, all right, you have to make an outfit with the materials in the room.
I've been to Mood so many times. I still have fabric from Mood. Back when I used to want to be a fashion designer.
It's just so cool. I love seeing the creativity. I do love seeing the flops sometime.
Oh, the flops are good as well.
I just think it's so fun to see like the art in it. But okay.
Yeah, that one's a good one. Good mind. Sonny, just kicked me in the rib. It's okay, girl.
So those are my thoughts on America's Next Top Model, and now Project Runway.
Good thoughts. Do we want to do Shelby trivia?
Yes.
Okay.
For Shelby's birthday, I said
because she wouldn't watch any of the stuff I wanted her to watch.
I won't revisit that, but okay. For Shelby's birthday, I said, "Hey, let's make it as Shelby themed as possible, and why don't you make super specific trivia questions about yourself and see if I know them?" I fear I'm not going to, but we're going to find out.
I'm going to start off easy, okay?
Okay.
How many concussions have I had?
6.
Yes. Name a celebrity I hate.
Ooh. Okay, well, I hate Cameron Diaz, so I know you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Who you hate? We've talked about this so much, and I know
we talked about it yesterday at work.
What?
We talked about it yesterday at work. We had a conversation about a celebrity I hate. Very brief. It was a very, very brief conversation.
It's not Taylor Swift, because...
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no.
I'm thinking of a specific one, but if you come up with one that I'm like... that, you know...
Okay.
There are many celebrities I hate, but I'm thinking of a specific one.
I know this isn't it. I'm just going to say Tom Cruise.
He freaks me out, but I don't necessarily hate him.
Yeah.
Him in the Scientology is a little weird.
Yeah. Who do you hate?
It's a woman.
Because you hate women.
I hate women.
Okay, tell me something that she's in.
I feel like anything I tell you that she's in, you're going to automatically get it.
Okay, give me the first letter.
J.
It's not Jennifer Aniston.
No.
A Jennifer, though?
Yeah. You know this.
Not Jennifer Garner.
No.
Jennifer.
You know this. She made a documentary.
It's not Meghan Markle. Because we did talk about Meghan Markle.
We were talking about... It was in that conversation about Meghan Markle that I went off about this woman that I hate.
It's not Jennifer Coolidge. I don't know. Just tell me.
Jennifer Lopez.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say Jennifer Lawrence next, but no.
Yeah, no, but
okay, Jennifer Lopez.
When I talk about Jennifer Lopez and how much I hate her, I almost always call her Jennifer Lawrence. I don't hate Jennifer Lawrence. I love Jennifer Lawrence, but I do get their names mixed up.
Jennifer Lopez grinds my gears in a way I don't really know how to explain.
Have you seen the movie and have you seen the documentary she made?
No, but you talked about it extensively.
I would put that on my birthday list for you to watch as well, because that was crazy. I'm glad that I watched it, but it made me hate her even more.
What was it called?
Don't even know.
It was the one that came out last year that made no sense, and she kept advertising it. And
it was a movie to show off her new album, and it made no sense, and it was all about all her romantic, like, past and, like, her growing up as a kid on the block. And then, because she's Jenny from the block.
But then that's when she asked a bunch of celebrities to be in it, and basically everybody she asked turned it down.
Everybody said no because it was a terrible idea. And she was like, nobody wants to be a part of this because nothing like this has ever been done before. And I'm pretty sure Prince did something similar where he did like a movie that was like based off of one of his albums or like.
Yeah. What is up with these celebrities saying like, I'm the first to ever do this, when it's like, have you done your research? Because you're not.
Like
JoJo Siwa,
gay
where
pop.
she's like, I just made a new genre called gay pop.
Girl. You didn't, actually. You really didn't.
Okay, what's your next question?
Okay. This one actually came from Peyton.
Oh, okay.
Because I was asking him, like, what are some fun questions I should do? And then he said, who would I, and I is me, who would I kill in Vampire Diaries if I was given a gun or a knife? There are different answers.
Okay, I don't know his name.
Yeah, you can describe them. It's fine if you don't know names, because I realize you didn't really watch that.
It would be the guy that was dating the writer who just kept coming back to life.
Yeah. Okay, but which one? Gun or knife?
Oh, with a gun or a knife? I think you're more of a gun girly.
Yeah, but there's two answers. One is gun kill and one is knife kill.
Oh, yeah, I would say he would get killed with... Wait, is the writer the other person?
Well, she's not on the show.
Who has a twin? There's a girl that has a twin.
There's the main character who has a doppelganger.
Is that who you would kill?
No.
Oh,
I don't think you'll get this one, so I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I would kill Matt, is his name, the dumb jock that literally made it through every single storyline, but like never gave anything to the story. Kill him with a knife. Oh. Because I think...
I got 1/4 of the question right.
Yes, you did. You did. But I'm proud you were very confident in that. And the gun would be Alaric Saltzman, which is the creepy teacher that has like a very like dad-daughter relationship with the main character, and then he went on and did a spin-off where it's like even younger kids going through this, like the spin-off, like they're at like this like supernatural school, And he himself wrote fan fiction about one of the young girls who is a minor on the show. Actress was not a minor, but her character was a minor, and he was her teacher, and he wrote fan fiction about it.
Kids shouldn't be allowed around adults, you know?
No,
ever.
Never.
No adult
never
ever.
let them around
Keep the kids away.
Yeah. Have a little
Put them in Riverdale, where the kids run free.
Yes. Let them do their own thing, where the parents don't care.
And then when they're 18, they can come join the rest of the world and be victimized by other adults.
That actually sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Letting kids, like, run rampant.
It's Riverdale. It's just literally Riverdale.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. We've talked about this show today.
Okay.
Every year on Valentine's Day, from high school to college, I stayed up until 3 a.m. Don't know why at that exact time, but 3 a.m. watching what show? It was like my little Valentine's Day tradition.
Okay, let me walk myself through this. Okay, we've talked about Vampire Diaries. What was the one we started off talking about? 90210.
Yes.
Okay.
The reboot.
Yeah, the reboot specifically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I was addicted to that show. And it started in high school. I think it was freshman year. I was at my dad's house. Oh wait, no, I skipped a question about my parents' divorce. I'll come back to that. I'll circle back to that. I was at my dad's house. I had just gotten this giant Reese's like candy. And it was like just ginormous. And I ate the entire thing.
Yeah, you did.
Over the span of a couple hours just watching 90210. And it was the best night of my life up until that point. And I said, and it was on Valentine's Day, and I meant, this is what I'm going to be doing now. This is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And then now, I have a very loving boyfriend, and I do not do that anymore.
Yeah. You could.
I could.
I'm sure he'd join you.
Oh, he would. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
But I do want to bring it back. I do want to bring back that tradition. So, yes. That was that. You got it. And then last question of trivia. I do have other questions just based off of the episode. But Shelby trivia. What book was I reading when my parents told me they were getting a divorce?
They gave you this book. You were so excited. You were like, okay, can I get back to reading this book?
I'm so happy you know this.
Well, I feel like I have heard this story many a times. They gave you this book.
Yeah, did you know my parents were divorced? I don't talk about it a lot. Wait, your parents are divorced? I don't talk about it a lot.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I can tell you all the details of the story. Your parents decided they were getting a divorce. They needed to talk to you. They wanted to distract you with this book. They gave you the book. And then they said, Shelby, can you come in here? We need to talk to you about something. We're getting a divorce. You said, okay, can I just go back and read my book? Because you knew as a child that was going to be the best thing for them to do, was to get a divorce. And the book was...
oh my god, the fact that you, literally every single detail you got right. I don't even care if you don't know the book, because you knew everything else about how my parents told me they were getting a divorce.
I really want to say it was like a Dr. Seuss book, but I don't think that it was.
No, it was not. I can give you a hint.
Okay.
It's also a movie. There's two live action movies that I absolutely love, and it's the same universe.
Is it Disney?
No.
It's not Percy Jackson.
No.
Not Divergent. No.
No, I was 5.
You were 5. Yeah, that you shouldn't be reading Divergent at that age. I don't know.
It was a personalized Scooby-Doo magnet book. I know. I wasn't.
That's the most obvious answer for you too. I was even thinking
Scooby-Doo.
Because I have something for us to do in a minute, and I was like, what would one of my answers be? And I was like, well, it's got to be Scooby-Doo themed. But
yeah,
okay.
Spooky Island. It was not based off of those movies. It was just a Scooby-Doo book, and it came with. This is probably one of my most prized possessions, and I don't think my parents still have it, which is really sad. But it was my name was in the book. It was they had magnets and stuff that you could move around the book, and it was I just visualize it so clearly in my head. Yeah, can I go back to my book? I remember I was sitting on my hamper, Don't know why. I think that was the one time I sat on my hamper to read a book, and I think it was the last time I did that.
Well, yeah, because it literally made your parents get a divorce.
It made my parents get a divorce, so I said, never again will I sit on that hamper. But yeah, no.
And they've never gotten a divorce since.
They have not.
So.
Never again will I sit on a hamper.
The math be mathin' on that.
It was my fault. I think that was all my questions.
Would you like to try my thing now?
Yeah.
I think you're going to like it a lot.
I'll try your thing.
You don't know what's coming.
Oh.
We are going to plan.
We're going to
Yeah, okay, let me try that again. We are going to plan a Shelby's dream party.
Okay.
So I have like the criteria, and we're going to take a few minutes to fill it out separately, and then we'll share it.
Mad Libs?
No. Okay, so you'll probably want to write this down on your little phone over there.
On my little phone.
I'm going to go ahead and say what the criteria are, and then while we're writing it, I'm going to edit this all out so people don't have to sit here and watch us type. So I'll share it.
Okay.
And then I'll edit it, and then we'll cut to us reading our answers.
Okay.
Location, theme, 3 decorations, 3 celebrity guests, 2 party games, 1 type of entertainment, catered food, what type, a signature drink, and the dramatic turning point. Okay, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. The location I have picked for Shelby's dream party is renting out the entirety of a rainforest cafe. The theme to go along with the jungle rainforest theme is rocks. Because you want it to, you can't have like an 80s party at Rainforest Cafe. It's got to be something that goes along with the rainforest theme.
Rocks.
And rocks feels just bizarre enough to be something that you would pick, where everybody comes dressed as a rock.
I would come dressed as the rock.
Right. And then everybody else is like a pebble. So the 3 decorations, posters of Shelby photoshopped into famous pictures, are scattered around the room.
Oh, I love that.
More animatronics. Like, think of the animatronics in Rainforest Cafe. Double them.
Okay. Yeah.
More animatronics.
I was thinking like Five Nights at Freddy's, and I said, I don't want those.
Yeah, no. And then live frogs for everybody, which is okay. Which is really more of like a party favor, but in this case, it'll be like a whole table of like everybody gets a frog. Your 3 celebrity guests.
You did so good. Mine is so chaotic.
Your 3 celebrity guests, Milo Manheim, obviously. Sarah Paxton as Aquamarine, though. She doesn't come as Sarah Paxton. She comes as the mermaid.
You're doing
Aquamarine.
So good. I feel like you know me better than I know myself.
Thank you. And Shrek.
Yes.
Not somebody dressed in a Shrek costume.
No, Shrek.
I'm saying like literally Shrek is at this party.
Yes.
Okay, the 2 party games. First one is just shots.
Yes.
No game, you're just taking shots.
Love that.
Second one, with consent, the game is who can touch Milo's butt the most. And if he agrees to it, we literally cannot force him to.
With consent.
Yes.
We need consent.
The 1 type of entertainment is a splatter dark canvas, like in Princess Diaries. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where there's just like this huge wall, everybody gets to go throw darts, and it like makes this big piece of art for you.
Oh, lovely.
The catered food is just snacks. Like every kind of snack, every flavor of chip you could ever dream of. I feel like you like snacks.
I like snacks.
I love snacks.
Yeah. Snacks are good. We do have snacks hiding.
Oh yeah, we'll get to those. Don't worry. So I was thinking snacks. I was between that and edibles.
One big table.
But I thought,
edibles.
you can't really have that many in one night.
Because then also you're going to get hungry, and then if you have nothing to eat. Don't worry, I would take an edible before I came.
Maybe there's like a small edibles table and then a snacks table.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sold.
The signature drink, obviously Dirty Dr. Pepper. And for the people who want an alcoholic version, it's Dirty Dr. Pepper. And the dramatic turning point. Milo gets upset that you have a boyfriend And he chases Peyton off with a knife.
With a knife.
And you don't stop him. Which is like, Shelby, that's questionable. But you're like, I just visited the edible table. What am I supposed to do?
I just took an Eddie.
But
I'm in Eddyville.
The real turning point is when Peyton stops running and puts his hands up and he turns around, has a gun. He starts chasing Milo. And then Milo gets cornered. He puts his hands up and he said, "Why can't we be friends?" And they hug. And that's that. Okay, so I guess we stopped filming there.
Yeah.
But so they hug, and then the hug leads to something more. They share a kiss. And you watch the whole thing and you're like,
and I'm probably going to be fine with it.
Okay, yeah. But that's how you want it to end. It's your dream party, so that's how it ends.
No, that's how it ends. They kiss, and we all live happily ever after.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that literally is my dream party. Mine is very chaotic and all over the place. I feel like yours has a consistent, like, vibe. Mine, not so much.
Okay, you go ahead.
Okay. Location will be Forks, Washington, specifically Edward's house. It's going to be Edward's house. Oh, hey. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Forks, Washington. Edward's house, specifically the Cullens house.
Of course.
I feel like that it's a little too sterile for my taste, but I feel like it'd be fun to throw a party there. Okay.
You could liven it up with your decorations.
Yeah, my decorations are very lively. The theme is everyone dresses as characters we talked about on this podcast.
Oh, okay.
Everybody has to listen to the podcast. They have to,
every episode.
Yes, they have to download it. They have to listen to every episode, and they have to choose a character or a celebrity that we've talked about. So, the 3 decorations. I forgot about the one type of entertainment. So one of the decorations is a karaoke machine.
Okay, great.
And then the other one is a cardboard cutout of Kevin Hart.
Okay.
And then the third one is a chocolate fountain.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. My 3 celebrity guests, Kevin Hart.
He has to stand next to the cardboard cutout all night. Yes. He can't move.
Yes. Milo Manheim, I also want him there.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Brittany Bursky.
Oh, she'd be a good one.
Yeah, she would just be fun. She'd be good energy.
She would bring the life to that dead house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 2 party games, Jackbox.
Oh, very good. That's a good choice. I could not think of a single game.
Yeah, and then Secret Hitler.
I almost said like Mafia, but I was like,
Mafia would
feels
be fun
weird to do
too.
at the Rainforest Cafe.
That's the best place to do it.
I guess so.
That is the best place to do it. Secret Hitler or Mafia. I think I'd like Mafia more. And then one type of entertainment, Logan plays PGA for me.
Wow.
We all just sit on a couch. I've got a couple Eddies in me.
Couch.
I'm in Eddyville. And I'm just watching.
Plays.
Yeah, I'm just watching PGA.
I
feel like I'd have fun.
Yeah.
Food, pasta bar.
I almost said that.
Different kinds of pastas.
I was like, as I was thinking about what food you like, I'm like, I can't think of a single food she likes. And so that's why snacks, I was like, I enjoy snacks.
I've seen her eat before.
I've seen her do that before.
I've seen her eat something.
Yeah.
So pasta bar. Okay. All different kinds of pastas. Drink, Dirty Dr. Pepper.
Of course.
But for the people who want to drink, gravy margaritas.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'll be sober at that party.
That's fine. You'll have a Dirty Dr. Pepper. No water. No water will be available.
Good. We want to dehydrate people as much as possible.
Dirty Dr. Pepper. Dramatic turning point. Kevin Hart realizes he's my long lost papa.
That would be a dramatic turning point in a lot of different ways.
Previous episode for the fans, I did say I want Kevin Hart to play my dad in a movie.
Yeah.
In a movie about my life, I want him to play it.
And then
I don't want to talk about the race difference. I don't want to talk about the height difference. There will be no talking about it. He is my father.
And I think as he's realizing that, the camera crews come out and everybody realizes this was all a reality TV show.
Yes.
I would love that for you.
Yeah.
Well, I love to see it. I love to hear about your dream party.
No, that was good. That was fun.
We'll have to revisit this for my birthday in a month.
Yeah, no. I'm very excited.
But I think this was great. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No.
Okay. Okay, great. Then we're done.
I'm done. I'm gonna go get a dirty Dr. Pepper after this.
Okay. Well, yeah, celebrate yourself. It's your birthday month.
It's
and
my
your birthday
month.
year and your birthday life.
Yes.
So
every day is my birthday.
Yeah.
Even your birthday is my birthday.
It's actually your birthday. It's not my birthday.
Yeah, you're gonna have a party. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna open all your gifts.
Okay. Great.
I'm gonna open them and I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna take Sunny because that's my birthday gift.
I'm just gonna say, I don't know if you are this person, but to everybody out there, if you're the type of person that at your adult birthday party, you sit down and open your gifts in front of everybody and make them watch.
No.
Don't talk to me anymore.
No.
Don't look at me. Don't think about me.
You know, I've never even like thought about that, but because I just haven't had a party in a while, like a party where people have like brought gifts.
Yeah.
It's, like in college, people just brought alcohol, so it wasn't like I opened anything. But
having like family birthdays as a kid where they all come and like want to watch you open up the gifts and stuff. I'm like, that is one of the worst things. That is one of my least favorite memories about childhood. Like the pressure of everybody sitting there watching, and you don't want to like, oh, thanks. Like you want to be like, wow, my gosh, this is amazing. But that's hard to fake.
Yeah, I think for families, I don't think I've ever had a birthday party like where a lot of my family was there, like my adult family. I think it was mainly like if I had a birthday party, it was like other kids I went to school with.
Yeah.
And I would open up presents then, and I feel like it was like kids getting me gifts, so it was like different. It was all toys, like so there was never a bad gift. Like the gifts I'd get from my family, I would open up in the safety of my own home. Yeah. With nobody around except for my parents. And then if I didn't like it, then my parents would be like, oh my God, she loves it. I would never have to like say anything, which was very nice. And I very much appreciate that about my childhood. You know. Yeah. But I mean, if like people are coming in, they give me like their gift, I'll open it like then.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. But don't like make everybody sit there and watch.
No. Like, cause the thing is like, I love watching people open my gifts. So I do that when people give me a gift. Like I don't make them wait and I don't open it later and be like text them or anything. Yeah. Like, cause I just love seeing the reactions. So.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you. And happy soon to be birthday for you.
Oh, thank you.
Next month.
Thank you. Yeah. And happy New Year to everybody listening.
Glad to be back.
Glad to be back. Yeah. And
I think we're gonna watch Glee next.
Yeah, we're starting Glee now. Ooh.
Yeah. Now that I finished School Spirits today, we talked about this. Yeah. So I'm pretty much finishing up on all the stuff that I was watching. So now Glee.
Locked in on it.
Yeah, I need a show to binge, so Glee will be it.
All right. Well, we'll see here.
We don't know when.
Everybody next time.
Next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.